Welcome to another episode of Spilling the Veal. We got your host, Terence Jennings, and our co-host slash producer, Big Blake McCauley in the building. What's happening, Big Dog?
Hey, there's no reason to hide for this game. Coming off an 88-74 win against SMU, our women's team has won 12 straight, and we're talking to the legend himself, Alvin Sims. He'll be joining the show for a little under 10 minutes, grabbing his thoughts on this season and joining our segment this week in Cardinal history. But Terrence, what do you think?
Man, wonderful, man. We got to catch up again with the legend Alvin Sims. Wonderful interview, wonderful guy. Going back, we're gonna talk about that 1997 us beating Cincinnati, them coming to us. And shout out the ladies. Shout out the ladies out there in Cali, my hometown, holding it down for us. And then hey, shout out the guys, just came off that SMU big dub for us. Hey man, it's a lot of good stuff going on in the Ville, so let's get it going.
Yeah, we'll just touch on your three keys right now for that game, and I don't know, you might want to listen to Terrence because I think his three keys, he kind of knows what he's talking about. First key, control the tempo. We forced them into 16 turnovers. Key number two, win the rebound battle. We won that 35-34. And then three, one of the most important, guard without fouling. They only had 9 free throws that entire game. Terrence, what are your whole thoughts on this game?
Man, it seems like y'all might need to tap in to spill in the Ville, man. I'm just saying, man. We might have all the answers. We got the answers, man. All right, so just tap in. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell. Hey, you might do well. But hey, man, shout out the guys that came out, played a wonderful game, and I'm just seeing just throwing out there what I see, and take with it as you will.
The Duke game, I know Pat Kelsey kind of went on in the press conference after the SMU game of just about how upset he was with the Duke performance, how there was no passing. It was just grab the ball, jack up a shot, not really flowing an offense. We had 31 field goals, 20 assists this game.
Yeah.
And then in the Duke game, I think we had one player that was above in the plus minus. I mean, I think there was only one player in the below plus minus this game. So it was like a complete different role reversal. What did you see throughout this game?
Yeah, it was like night and day compared to the Duke game. We came out really aggressive with a lot of pressure, and then we got Khani back. It's one of our better defenders. Mikel had a pretty solid game, but he had a lot of turnovers, but 20 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. 7 for 14 from the field. It's not bad. 3 for 8 from 3 point. Then Khani, shout out my boy Khani. He came out with a lot of energy. Me personally, between I want to say him and Isaac, and even Kobe. Those three guys, they really were the game changers. But really more so Khani because he had a lot of energy. He came out with a lot of just strength and aggressiveness. He was doing it on. He was flying. He was flying all around the court out there. He was getting dunks, pushing the ball, making great plays, talking on defense. He had 12 points, 10 rebounds, nice double-double, 2 assists even, 1 steal, 4 for 5 from the field. His first game since January 10th he was fighting that illness. He was getting put back dunks. He was getting all type of dunks, man. He was looking real spry out there. He was looking real spry. So yeah, shout out everybody. Shout out Javon. He pitched in another 10 points, 4 rebounds, played really strong under there. And I think he got to play the 3 position. He got to play small forward a little bit, and he did a really good job. So he everybody played really, really good. I seen even Big Zoop came out with a lot of energy, made some really great plays, really, really great plays for us. So everybody played their part, and we got to keep it up. We have to keep up the this consistency, this attitude, this intensity, because there are certain things that you have to bring yourself to do. Basketball isn't about just dribbling down the court, coming up, jacking shots up. You got to have a strategy. You have to have technique. You have to have great coaching. You have to have a lot of different. You have to have physical like will from within. Nobody's gonna come into your building, punk you, and nobody's gonna punk you in any building that you're at. You come down, you put an elbow on somebody's chest, you draw a line in the sand so you're not getting beat, blow bys. We're gonna talk about that today too, but just taking a sense of pride and urgency in the game that you love and you've been playing your whole life. So, hey, if you want to be successful, man, just listen to TJ's Three Keys, brought to you by Wing Station.
When we bring Alvin Sims on later, you guys can hear a little bit about what his thoughts were. We talked to him right
Mm,
after the Duke game. It was before we played SMU, and TJ asked, like, what would you tell these guys right now when they're going through a little bit of adversity? And he said, look in the mirror. And you could tell these guys, they looked in the mirror, and this
yeah,
game, they were diving for loose balls. They were playing, I think, the most physical game they've played all year, and it really showed.
yeah. I mean, it's welcome to college basketball. I'm sorry, it's physical. All right, it's a physical game. A lot of people find basketball, oh, it's finesse. This is a highly physical game. You have to. It's a balance though, a balance of physicality, a balance of skill. It's a balance of mental strength too. Also, and just being able to outthink and out strategize your opponent and putting yourself in a position where you can be successful. And if you follow the program and if you stick to, you know, doing what you do best and not and leaving everything on the floor, not taking any shortcuts, you'll see these type of results consistently over and over and over. So yeah, great job. Shout out the guys. Wonderful game. I mean, that was actually a really fun game to watch. It was a lot of movement, a lot of great shot making too. I seen a lot of great from both teams. From both teams, there was a lot of great shot making ability from both teams, and yeah, I'm just excited to see how we build on this moving forward.
Kobe got 11 minutes, and he
Mhm.
made the most of those 11. He had 7 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, and he was just flying all over the court. You couldn't really score on him. And Pierre, I know he had to be a giant part of the scout. Javon was locking down on him. Khani was locking down on him, and Boopy was gonna get his own. But as long as we kept Pierre out of that game plan, he really struggled offensively, and that their offense kind of struggled as you got into the second half, and they couldn't really rely on anybody else. But Boopy and the Edwards kid kind of got hot as well.
Yeah, the Edwards kid, I'm not gonna
Or
lie,
it might have been Washington. I think both of them actually might have got a little bit.
yeah, I first half for the Edwards kid was really good. I don't know if he did too much the second half, but I was pretty impressed just about how his movement out there. Him and Mikel are similar to size, it looked like, so that was a pretty good matchup. But he made some pretty good moves. But I think with us is, moving forward, our ability to handle adversity. And I think this was one of those games where we got down, but we didn't just give up. We pressed harder, and that's what you gotta have. I mean, I don't care how much you're down, that doesn't matter. Stay focused and stick to the game plan. Stick to your plan, knowing your personnel, understanding your position, and doing everything that you can do to help the team be successful. Don't just take matters into your own hands and, oh, I'm gonna make a new move right now. And it's a rhythm thing. It has to come within the flow of the offense and within the flow of the game. Okay. So find your rhythm within the flow of the game. But defense, you got to get stops. You have to get stops. Defense always it's going to turn into offense. Easy points. So you can't skip past defense. So I think we did a wonderful job at pressuring the ball, forcing turnovers, and getting out there on the fast break. So that's probably one of the main reasons, why we were able to be successful this game.
Another thing that Kelsey talked about in the post game press conference was like they're not the most physically athletic, gifted guys on that team. So they're going to have to really pay attention to the scout and know what those guys are doing. And you said it last episode, we got a bunch of earthbound players that really need to pay attention to the scouting report. And so you could tell all of these guys just locked in on this scout and took it as serious as they could. And it really showed.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I'll say is control what you can control. I'll say it one more time. Control what you can control. Some things are out of your control, but the things that are in your are that are in you shoot. The things that you are in control of, do that. Okay. And do that to the max. But yeah, we came out ready. And like I said before, we do have a lot of earthbound players. Okay, these guys can't jump over us a sheet of paper, but for what you lack in, you need to make up for in other areas. Okay, with your effort, talking on defense, physicality, just other things that don't always require athleticism. Okay, yeah.
Mikel Brown came off the bench for this game. Pat talked about that this week after the Duke game, it was going to be all hands on deck. You get ready on Monday because this is going to be a fist fight football game in practice. And Mikel came in sick, missed a couple days. And after he came in sick, he's like, well, our guys have been battling so hard. He can't just go
Mhm.
ahead and start. And he said Mikel was very receptive to that, knew he's coming off the bench. And he struggled when he came in. I think he had the first 5 turnovers of the game, maybe
Yeah.
5 out of the first 6. But then in that second half, you could tell when they started putting the ball in his hand, he was really getting comfortable and they kind of blew the doors off.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of players are always concerned with, oh, do I start? And that to me, I that was never really a big major factor for me. My freshman year, I did not start my whole freshman year, because and you have to earn your way. You have to earn your way in practice. And also, shoot, you can see what's going on in the game. You can watch how the flow of the game is. You can see what's going on. You can see where whoever is playing in front of you is making mistakes, and that if they are making certain type of mistakes, you can see the flow of the game, and you can come in with just more energy because maybe those guys that are in are a little winded, so you're coming in with fresh energy. So you could, it's a lot of different nuances to coming off the bench. My concern was I didn't care about starting the game. I just wanted to finish. I wanted to finish the game. And I wanted to have a lot of minutes. So a lot of times I didn't start, but I still end up playing, 25, 26 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes. Yeah, I didn't start, but I played the whole game. So, hey, it's to each his own, and you just got to find your flow out there. But shout out Mike Hill for, showing some leadership and being able to put his pride to the side because he could have just kind of bucked the system and said, no, I'm starting or I don't play or something like that. But nah, he sacrificed for the team and he just wanted to make sure the morale of the team was up. So shout out to him and great game for him. 20 points. It's a good game.
We'll get into this episode's good, bad, and ugly. We've got 4 good, 3 bad, and just leave it with 1 ugly for this one.
Okay, let's get to it. All right, so we got Sonny pushing the break up. Hey, my boy Sonny. Hey, look. I like this from you, my brother. But man, get your handles up the bar, man. You look like you're so uncomfortable, man, dribbling the ball, man. Show them what you can do, man. Fru. Show 'em what you can do, Fru. But hey, great pass, great lead pass to Javon. Great rebound, way to be strong, snatch that ball out of his hand, push the break. And I like to see him do more of this. I love to see him do more of this. Getting the defensive rebound, pushing the break, starting the break. He doesn't have to wait on Mike Hill and make something happen. You got Isaac, and if you want to, he had Isaac right there in the corner for a wide open corner three. He had different options. So I like to see him kind of expand that part of his game because it will be very, very lethal and helpful for us moving forward if we can get him a little bit more comfortable handling the ball and push getting that break started for everybody else.
Get into number 2.
Okay. We got Ryan, the big Zoop. Okay. And this is I don't know what kind of defense SMU is in, but I guess it looks like they got a little bit of miscommunication. But Zub he makes a great read, popping up to that setting that screen, and but see how he just rolls to the high post. That's a really smart play because if he rolls all the way to the basket, it clogs up everything for Javon. Okay, and that forces that, and it forces him to see right there. If he rolls down, it makes it easier for them to guard two players. So him just stopping right there at the high post and dropping that little pocket pass right there to Javon, a little wraparound, which looks like an Ali pass right here. He's been learning from Ali in practice because this is a great recognition pass and a great finish by Javon under the basket. And it's a great high IQ play. So that's what I like to see.
Love it from Zoo. 8 minutes, 3 rebounds, that assist right there. He doesn't need any points. Just go be a brick wall, grab every rebound, and scream in people's face. We love it.
That's what we like to see. Big Zoo, keep it up. Hey, your minutes will increase, but just do with every time that you're allotted. Just keep working, and it's gonna help us every time that you're out there, and you're bringing your energy and your physicality for sure. Okay, so we got so this is like a high post horn. It's a horns action, like a horns action. Okay, and this is a great screen. And Kanai is really great at setting screens, and I'll kind of get into that a little bit later. Just watching us on the ball screens, I feel like if we stay a lot more solid on our ball screens and actually make contact with the defender to get our guy up to get Mikel open. See how he makes contact and it forces him.
He's
It,
feeling
it,
that too. You could
yeah.
set the camera pan to him, a little like a baseline shot, and his eyes are open. He's sucking for air.
Ooh, yeah. They knock the air out of him a little bit, but that's what you got to do, man. You got to get in there, get physical, and you're gonna get hit. And now that guy will think twice about just running through those screens. You got to let him know that you're there. And that's what Kanai is really good at doing, letting the defender, letting those guys know he's at least here. He's not the biggest guy, but he's a presence, and he's putting his hands on you. He's being physical, setting hard screens, and yeah, I mean that's just classic Louisville basketball right there. And I could tell he took a nice hit right there. It kind of got him good, but he's a big, strong guy. He'll bounce
Just
back.
woke
He's
him up.
okay.
It just woke
Yeah,
him
just
up.
woke him up a little bit. Yeah, for sure.
Get into our last one.
Okay, so we have this is a good switch and a good poke out pause by Kobe. Great ball move, great backdoor pass, and this all started with Kanai and ended with Kanai right here. So he's watching, he's keeping the ball in his peripheral. He's watching, and if you kind of rewind that, and I said Kanai is really, if he can keep doing this, he's gonna be our coordinator, our anchor, because just stop. Okay, see how he's pointing for Ryan. Ryan isn't even in the right position. Okay, until Kanai tells him you need to get over there. You know what I'm saying? You need to come over there and help. And while Ryan isn't already in a defensive stance, he should be in a stance low, and he should already see this. But shout out Kanai being a great teammate, getting him in the right positioning. And this is what a lot of our problems come from, just not communicating and not being in the right spot and anticipating. So we get so who is that right? Somebody getting beat. Is that Kobe?
Yeah, that's Kobe.
So Kobe gets beat. Kanai points, gestures to Ryan to go over there and help, let it play. Boom, he comes over. But shout out Kobe. He gets that last minute um wraparound steal. And then bam, Kanai gets the ball, screams in the defender's face, and we're off and we're off on the other end, man. That's what you like to see for sure from everybody. But shout out Kanai, he He's talking, he's active, and he's getting his guys in position. That's what, man, I'm telling you that if you don't understand the importance of that right there, just talking and making sure everybody's on point, because you're worried about your man, worried about what's going on over here. No, the action's right here. You got to be able to see both. Okay. So this is what's happening now. We'll rotate over there, but this is what's happening now. We need you over here. He just got beat. Okay. Now we X out. You take mine, I take yours, and we'll switch, rotate back when we get a chance. So, hey, good job by Khani. Well, hey, keep it up, big fella, for sure.
I think that in his first game back since mid-January, I think January 10th, he played 20 minutes after the flu. So, I mean, you couldn't really. Kelsey said that there was a couple, like he didn't want to take him out of the game. And he looked at Kanai. He's like, I can't breathe right now. I need a break. And there was one where he wasted a timeout just so we could keep Kanai in the game, get a
Yeah,
break, and just keep him in there. So, I mean, it looks like we got a lot more of Kanai and Javon on the floor at the same time. So I
mhm,
think as long as we're able to do that, get a little more of Javon at the three, where
mhm.
he's not having a battle against, like if we go up against Duke again, he's not sitting there battling against Cam Boozer the entire game. Like hopefully we have a little bit more relief now.
Yeah, I cannot. We need you out there, big fella. And I know PK stressing that. I think everybody's stressing that. He's a very, very important piece to our team. If he's playing like that, we are a top team in the conference. I'm trying to tell you, if he's not shooting the ball from three this year that well, okay, we understand that. You have to. I think that'll develop over time. Mechanics and all that stuff can be adjusted, but you have to play to your strengths. You're an athletic guy. You're great defensively. You're very fast, great hands, athletic. You're a lot of those things are great intangibles. And then you can build your outside from there. And I think Kanai can shoot the ball well, but that's not where he's needed at. Look at all the shooters that we have, brother. Listen, we got enough shooters. We got Isaac, we got Ryan, we got Michael, we got Ali out there shooting threes. Okay. Listen, we got the 3-point shooting covered, brother. Okay, that's covered. We need interior physicality. We need rebounds. We need athleticism under the basket. Okay, we need to put resistance on the rim, and it's a lot of things that we need. We don't need more shooting. Okay, now during the course of the game, and you'll find yourself maybe having some shots like that, depending on how the game is going. But you're going to get your bread and butter. We like to call it your bread and butter. It's going to be inside, running the floor, starting the break, you know, pitching out to those 3 points and making something happen. He's been doing a really great job at playmaking and creating offense for us. So shout out Kanai.
So there's the Duke game, he shot 5 threes. The game before that, he played Stanford, had 3, and then Montana, he had 5 threes. Memphis, he shot 4. These past 2 games that he's played in, SMU, he only took 1 3. He shot 4 for 5. Boston College, he shot 1 for 3, 0 for 1 from the 3, but I mean, he's driving a lot more, and you can see how much that benefits our offense.
Yeah, then it really does. It puts us in a position to be successful. If we don't have time to see if you can shoot today. Okay. We gotta hey, we don't have time for you to get your shot going. We do have time for you to get your legs warmed up, to be more athletic, to get some rebounds, to box out, to put some, you know, to be more physical, to set those wonderful screens that you're able to set, to get those rebounds, to start the fast break like you've been doing and creating and playmaking. you know, uh, that's where his bread is butter, and that's where he helps us overall as a team. Not when he's shooting threes, and I'm not saying he can't shoot threes, but I'm just saying that's not what we need as a team. Okay, so and this is just we've been doing a lot of this lately, stepping out of bounds. I think we did this 5 times against Duke. We can't have unforced turnovers, especially against the good teams, because they'll make you pay. Just as you've seen against that Duke game. But fortunately, this was just one minor mishap, but we have to watch where we're stepping, watch where that out of bounds line is, and kind of knowing where you're at. You got to know where you're at on the floor and staying locked in. Stepping out of bounds is it's like, what are we doing? I've never just stepped out of bounds on anything, just without the ball being knocked out. So you get court awareness, we need better court awareness and make sure we know where we're at and supposed to be at all times. So it's a minor thing, but it's an unforced turnover. And like I said, as we progress forward, the really great teams are going to make us pay for that. So we want to limit that as much as possible for sure.
Man, a few years ago, in the Kenny Payne era, I know you weren't here for that, but I swear we might have stepped out of bounds 3 times a game, just on the wing. Somebody catch the ball, beep, send it the other
Man,
way. Stop so many possessions just by stepping on the out of bounds line.
maybe it's a color thing. Maybe we need to see about switching the lines. I don't know, something that put something there. I don't know, something that just prevents us from not stepping out of bounds because
Put
moving
some
forward,
bumpers
that's
up, like
it's
some bowling bumpers. Yeah,
a
can't get
little
out.
electric, little electric shock field or fence or
Oh, you're not going
something.
out then.
Little shock collars, little zap, zip, zap, 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 zip, zap, or something, man. That kind of, just reel you back in a little bit. Like, oh, I'm not gonna step over there no more. But just staying locked in during the course of the game, and they'll get it together for sure. But yeah, that can't happen often. So let's get that together. Come on, fellas.
Get into our second bad.
Okay, so we got a dribble. Well, so it's a pretty good lead pass by Sonny. He kind of overshot it a little bit for the basically, like, we basically call this, I guess, a high low, if you want to call it that. It's a high low. So stop. So okay, we got Javon. He kind of threw the ball a little bit almost out of bounds, but I still feel like Javon could have went up with this and scored over those little guys. Especially, I mean, how tall is
Boopy's probably 6 foot, maybe six. No, taller than 6'2".
man? He don't look over 5'11".
Man, he's holding that ball like, "Come get it, come get it, come get it." He's got it
Like
on top shelf.
this look like a toddler, just I feel like he could have took a power dribble and still went up on him. Um, I mean, it's no he's look how the tall look at the height difference. Look at that. I mean, and Javon's not even that super tall guy, so this guy is small, so he he should definitely put him in the cup, okay? Like he's a newborn baby, okay? You should set him right in the car seat and hey, take him on a ride, man. Take him on a ride to the top of the rim, man, because this should be a straight one dribble drop step going straight up, but it could have been a better lead pass by Sonny to put them in a position to be successful. But we have to go up on those type of little guys. We have to go up on them and show them what we're made of. But yeah, like right there, man, he should have went up. He could have went up, took one dribble, go straight up, get fouled, or get the and one. So shout out Javon. Just go up strong, man, on those little guys. That's what we call knowing your personnel. Knowing who's around you. And yeah, good job though.
Get into our final bad, and it's been something that's been brought up quite a bit on this show.
And we got stop. Blow by. Isaac McNeely. You have to do a better job at closing out. And if you kind of notice, he kind of puts you in a little tornado there, buddy. You get a little fume. Hey, you get a little twisted around, he knocks the floater on you. So and that's one thing I've been harping on basically all season is we have to take care of our I mean, he has the wrong foot up. You should have had the I guess he's trying to basically force a middle. You never want to force the guy So see how he just gets past his hip. He has to kind of jam up that left. He should have just jammed up his left hand because I don't like sending guys baseline. Maybe some coaches are cool with that. I would always prefer to just force the guy to the middle towards the help because it puts everybody out of rotation if you let them go baseline, unless you have maybe a like me, even if see, I was a different player. Like if you went, so say this is see where Sonny is. First off, they for some reason I don't know why Javon is. So I don't know why Javon is sliding over. Me personally, I would. This is not his help for me. You know, this is not Javon. Go ahead and play it. Boom. This is not Javon's help. This is Sonny's help. This is Sonny. Okay, back. Javon is right here because Sonny is our rim protector. Okay, Javon, you need to be out ready to rotate on the perimeter. So once he comes off, okay, Isaac gets beat, and this is what I was pretty good at. But see, Javon's there. I would meet you there. I would have been already there because I know what's going on. I would know my teammates. I know Kyle Kirk can't. Hey, he wasn't the best defender. Okay. We know Kyle Kirk, he's not the best defender. He might get beat every now and then. I know that. As soon as they swing to this corner, I know I need to be stepping outside the key and I'm going to try to trap you. Me and Kyle will try to trap you on the baseline. And then those other guys would rotate and we'll try to force them to make a difficult pass over the top of the double team. And then hopefully one of those guys are over there to muck it up, to knock it around, and we can get a deflection or a steal. We weren't trying to always, we just wanted deflections. I just wanted to get there, get my hand on the ball, and let you know that I'm there. So yeah, like I said, we can't, but no blow-bys. We can't get beat baseline, we can't get beat anyway. So let's get that together.
All right, we'll get into our one and only ugly for this game. And TJ, I'll just let you go to work here.
Stop. What is this? What is this? If we look at Sonny, what is he doing? Not setting a screen. Okay. We have to work on his first off, and this is the reason why the big fella was able to recover and block his shot. He got called for the foul, but let me see, play it. Yeah, he got fouled, but this could have been easily a block
I
shot.
think they
But
call it a jump. They call it a jump shot, jump ball.
jump ball. Yeah. Well, there you go. You know, but stop. His angle is bad. He's coming up. Now, to credit, Mikel did leave a little early. Okay. So he's coming off. Mikel, let me see. Push play. Let me see. So actually, he really didn't leave that early. Just Sonny didn't set it. He has to make contact. He's not making. You have to get your chest on his shoulder. These type of screens are not when you put your forearms on somebody. These type of screens, trash. I'm sorry, they're not gonna work. You got to get up close on them, put your body, get your legs into it, make contact on their hip, and lay your whole body on them. Pause, just so they know that you're there. But these little touch screens, they're not gonna get anybody open. So him coming, bam, that's the I'm sorry. Hey, look, if I set a screen like that in my time with Coach P, I will not ever play basketball. I don't play basketball no more because and my point guard would be mad at me too. Like, bro, what kind of screen is this? You're not getting nobody open. And this is for you to get open. Sonny, you have to work on your screens. If you look at the difference of how Khani sets screens versus how Sonny sets screens, you'll see a huge difference. You have to make contact. This is the reason why you're not able to get open, is because you're setting these little light screens. And it's the reason why shooters aren't always able to get open. It's because you're setting these soft butterball screens, brother. You're not a soft kid. You're strong. You're an amazing kid. You're super tight. But your screens are trash bandicoot. Okay. Your screens are not great at all, but it's fine. I know you'll work on it. but I have to emphasize that I want you to score 20 and 10 a game. If you want to do that, you have to set better ball screens because it'll open everything up for Mikel. It'll open everything up for Isaac. It'll open everything up for Ryan. It'll open up everything for you. It'll open up everything for the team. Okay, so work on your screens, and what that's telling me is you don't want to be physical. You don't want anybody to touch you. Remove that from your head. It's a physical game. We're out here. We're getting how many fouls does Sonny have? And does how many fouls does he average a game? I mean, I never see him foul. He's not ever in foul trouble. You have to be more fit. You have to be. I was always in foul trouble. If you look up, hey, if you look me up, hey, I was always in foul trouble. A lot of games that I didn't play a lot, not because I was playing bad, is because I was fouling because I'm physical. I'm hitting you. I'm I'm laying the wood. I'm doing everything possible for you to feel where I'm at. So work on those screens, Big Sonny, and you'll be fine, man. Sorry, man. I got to go in a little bit, but look, this is starting to get a little out of control, brother. So, yeah, man.
He's averaging just over 2 fouls a game.
That's what I'm saying. He's not. Hey, you have to start touching bodies. Pause. But yeah, man, you have to get out there. You gotta be physical, man. Work on your screens, work on your angles, and please, somebody, whoever's in there, just get with them and tell them, hey, you got to get it together.
You missed your fouls a lot. You were right under 3 a game. Come on now, Mr. Hacker.
I was hacking, bruh. I was hacking, man, for sure. Hey, some guy foul out 4 games. Hey, 4 games, something. But yeah, man, shout out Sonny, man. You got work this technique, and it's just about figuring out the timing of your point guard. Hopefully, Mike Hill, you guys got to get with each other. Go through some mock screen situations. Get some of the managers out there to play some defense, and just show him what's different angles. He's not even switching up his angles on. You can flip the screen. Oh, this is not a good. I haven't seen him do a flip screen. I haven't seen him do a step up screen. It's so many variations to how you can make contact and get your angles right to where Mike Hill will be. Man, I'm telling you, if he works on how he screens for Mike Hill, either one of them, between the both of them, I see about 50 points, maybe 40 points, because Mike Hill, he could go for a 30 piece because he has so much more room to create. A lot of this times he's not able to get to his spots is because he just has a defender there. Somebody there. He can create, but imagine him being able to create with open space with less resistance. He's a great finisher. So that's what you're trying to do. And if he has resistance, somebody else is open, either Sonny or one of those are great shooters that we have. So it all starts with the screen, man. We used to practice that the whole. I think ball screens were the majority of our offense. Not the majority, but a focal point of our offense. Just how we set the ball screens. I can remember Coach P just telling me sprint the floor, touch the baseline, then come back up and set a flat ball screen. And you better make contact with the player or you'll never play in the state of Kentucky again. So that's how it goes, man. But it's just it was a little triggering. A little triggering, but I'm okay. I'm okay.
All right. After this quick break, we're going to talk a little bit more about the women's team and their California road or their schedule that they've got coming up. Terrence, I know you're out from that way. They're taking a trip to Alcatraz. So we'll talk a little bit about that on the next after this break. And then we'll dive into TJ's 3 keys this week in Cardinal history and catch up with Alvin Sims. So we'll see you on the other side of this break.
Just wanted to take a second and give a big shout out to Bestway, home of the low price guarantee or it's free, where you can get all your home furnishing needs on a deal. They have everything from smart refrigerators, washer dryer sets, 86-inch TVs, PS5s, Xboxes, all the way to reclining living room suites and bedroom suites. Bestway offers so many ways to pay, from retail to rent to own and even financing through Lendmark. With 2 locations in Indiana, 1 in New Albany and 1 in Jeffersonville, and 5 locations in Kentucky: Radcliffe, Dixie Highway, Hikes Lane, Shelbyville, and Shepherdsville. Stop by today and tell them that we sent you to get $100 off your new item.
When it comes to the wings in the city, there's only one stop that always delivers. This is always our go-to spot in the city. Pull up to Wing Station. If you rocking with Spillin' the Ville, we had to put our name on something special.
Wing Station, flavor that speaks for itself. Grab the Spill in the Meal deal.
Crispy wings, bold flavors, fresh every single time.
Our next matchup is against Notre Dame. They're coming into the Yum Center Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Time on ESPN2. They come in with an 11-11 record. Terrence, what are your 3 keys for this game?
All right. Got TJ's 3 keys brought to you by Wing Station. Okay. Key number 1. We want to eliminate Braden Shrewsbury's offense. Completely shut him out. 22 points in the win against Boston College, 18 points in the double overtime loss to Virginia. So we definitely want to do a great job at containing him. Focus on, no blow-bys. We want to make sure he's a non-factor. Key number 2, limit Carson Tout's rebounding impact. Sonny, like I said, you got to get down there. You got to get physical. This kid is 6'8", 250 pounds. He's a 5th-year senior. He transferred from Northern Arizona. So he had 15-plus rebounds 3 different times this season. So he's averaging just shy of 10 rebounds per game. But, he's averaged over 12, last season. So he's a really great rebounder. So we have to put a body on this guy. You have to be physical. Key number 3, continue our defensive intensity. We played really great defensively against SMU. Great ball pressure, forced a lot of turnovers. So Notre Dame isn't a great offensive team. They're ranked outside of the top 200 in points per game. So we definitely can force a lot of turnovers against this team. If we just stick to our game plans, making sure that we're physical, we're moving our feet, rotating properly, we can force them into a lot of turnovers and come out with a dub. So those are TJ's 3 keys presented by Wing Station.
Bringing up Braden Shrewsbury, like they've had the Marcus Burton was their guard. He was a junior and he got hurt earlier this year. He only played 10 games. And so they've really leaned on a freshman, Jalen Harrelson, who's been their first McDonald's All-American in a while. He's kind of been leading the charge for him. And then outside of that, the Shrewsbury guy, anytime that he gets hot, then they'll stay in the game. But against Clemson, he was limited to 5 points. North Carolina, he only had 3. And in both of those games, they got absolutely blown out. But those games that he's dropping 18, 20, they're staying in the game. So as long as we get this freshman, I think to just kind of carry the load. And they've also got another guard, Cole Serta. I think that's how you pronounce it. He's a little white boy shooter. He's shooting 36% from the 3 this year. So we'll definitely have to get a hand up on him. But this should be a fun game. I know they're not nearly as fun as those who was it? You had a Heron Goody, Jack Cooley back in the day. Those games were fun to watch. Abercrombie, was that his name? Abercrombie, something like that. Those were fun games to watch.
Man, Notre Dame, they used to give us a run for our money, but that's when we had that infamous Kyle Kirk poster down there. Heron Goody, listen, Heron Goody. He was a guy that he was earthbound, couldn't jump over a sheet of paper, but he would put 40 on your head. I couldn't understand. Me personally, I couldn't even understand how he did what some of the things that he was able to do. He was a pretty strong guy. He could shoot though. He was a really good shooter. He picked his spots well, but he had great footwork. but he was not athletic at all. But you look up, this kid has 40. He put four. I think he put 40 on our head one time. I don't know if it's freedom all. I feel like he put about something crazy on us. And look, he was giving us fits, but we used to really battle it out with Notre Dame, man. So and Cooley and I feel like him and Cooley, the Cooley kid and
They're
Hergo,
twins.
they're like doppelgangers or something, man.
Yes.
It was crazy. I was like, how did y'all find a guy that looks exactly like Harry? But he wasn't as good as Harry, but he was still effective. But
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, "Dang, how did y'all do that?" But shout out Notre Dame, man. Shout out Skylar Diggins. Shout out Skylar
Oh,
Diggins
yeah.
too, man. You know, I got to meet her down there when we played, and yeah, man, that was a good time, man. Good time.
Awesome. We'll get to a little bit of quick women's basketball talk because they're out in California right now. They've won 12 straight. They beat Stanford last Thursday night, 84-66. Laura Ziegler had 22 and 11, and after that game, they're staying in to play Cal. They're about to tip this game as we're dropping this episode at 2 p.m. Eastern time. But they stayed out there. They took a trip over to Alcatraz. You know anything about Alcatraz being in Cali?
Yeah. Everybody. I mean, if you're a California native, you know what's going on with Alcatraz. It's down there in the Bay, and you pass Alcatraz going into Frisco, going into the Bay Area. Because I'm Sacramento guy. What we would consider the Valley, So the Bay Area is up, towards the water. That the water from the Pacific Ocean. It flows in, and you don't know what type of creatures are flowing in from there. So you don't know what's under that water. You don't know what's coming up. Could be a shark. It could be Free Willy. It could be a sea lion. It could be a otter. It could be anything. So, hey, I never took a tour of Alcatraz because I just don't do water and stuff like that too much. And I'm like, I don't want to go look at a jail. So, but if you're visiting California, it's definitely historic. It's definitely a place you should check out just to, know your history and see what's going on, man. But that was that's a crazy prison to have to be sentenced to, man, because it's out there, man. Like it's far, but it's not that far. Like you can see it within vision, but if you're trying to swim in that stuff,
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to see, man. I want to see Michael Phelps. I got a
The
challenge
Diaz
for you.
brothers. Diaz
Yeah,
brothers out from California. They're different.
yeah, but they're a little. You see how they are, bro. You got to be that type of person to
Yeah.
want to do that. So,
Yeah.
and there's not that many people in the world that's like, look, I'm not that great of a swimmer. So, man, but yeah, that's great that they have that experience. California is a wonderful place, especially Northern California. Yeah, and yeah, shout out to the girls. We're definitely on a great high streak. Ziegler, wonderful game, and all the girls. They've been showing up, representing the city perfectly. Just keep it up. Keep doing what you're doing. We're super proud of you, and yeah, we're gonna be tuned in. We're watching. So yeah,
Let's get that win 13. Win number 13 in a row right here.
let's do it. Let's do it.
All right. Well, we'll get into our first game of this week in Cardinal history. We missed one a couple weeks back, so we're gonna double up here just because we have two pretty big games to talk about. The first one that we've got, Terrence, January 29th, 2011. You guys are ranked 19th in the country, have a double overtime game in Storrs, Connecticut against number 5 ranked UConn. 35KY posted some of those highlights. We've talked a lot of games where you've had 4 blocks. Well, guess what? You had 4 blocks this game. You also had 16 points and 10 rebounds. So what do you really remember from this game?
I just it's a lot of teams I can remember playing. UConn definitely is one of those teams that it was always entertaining for us, and I know for the fans, because it's a lot of talent, a lot of high energy. I'm looking back on those games. I'm looking at the excitement and the engagement going on with everybody across the board. But hey, I just was ready to play. I was doing my thing out there. I need every rebound. I need every block. I'm hyped right now. We're playing good. We're hitting our shots. Yeah, it was just a great game. once you find that rhythm, I was out of foul trouble this game, so I wasn't fouling a lot. But yeah, man, we came out ready to play. They had Kemba Walker. They had some great players, great players. I want to say who was their wing? Was Jeremy there? Was Jeremy
Yeah, I
was
think
Jeremy
Jeremy
Lamb?
Lamb and Oriaki was down low, and then they had
Oriaki.
another. Oh, I don't know how to say his last name. It was another Oriaki type name.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, one of those
I know.
guys.
Yep, you're right. Okoru,
Corey,
something like that.
Okur, something like that. I remember those guys. I played with those guys a lot, especially during the summer. Kimba, man, I got a chance to play with Kimba Walker it's a Dykeman street ball tournament in New York. It's located in Dykeman Park. We end up winning that game, and it's when you kind of street ball. It's like the Rucker or something. Get the fans, people running on the court every time you do a crazy move or something. I believe like Michael Beasley played the game after us, and yeah, KD come through there. So hey, Kimba's my guy. If you look at the clip, I say a little something to him after the game, but I didn't
Just a
say
little good
nothing.
game. Just a little good
I,
game.
I don't like yeah. I probably hit him with a good game. Slapped him on the back or something, and kept. That's my guy. He was my point guard. Wonderful point guard. I mean, wonderful point guard. Great handles, court recognition, would pass you the ball when you're least expecting it. And I was always ready. I was thirsty to get the ball everywhere. I just wanted a good point guard that would pass me the ball so I could show them that I'm going to finish and I'm going to make you proud. Okay. If you give me the ball, I'm going to make you proud. I'm going to get you your assist because that's what guards looking for. They're not going to pass you the ball. They're trying to, that's a stat. Get you the ball, it's an assist. But Kimba's definitely a guy I trained with over the summer, so that's my guy. But we came out ready to play. It was a super fun game. I love going down there to UConn. I took a visit to UConn, unofficial visit, before I came to Louisville, and I wasn't too much of a fan of their arena because I was like, it's a little small in here. Y'all not doing it big like Freedom Hall. You know what I'm saying? This is Freedom Hall. But hey, shout out UConn, the coach. Damn, I'm sorry.
Jim
Calhoun.
Calhoun.
Shout out Calhoun, a legend, super legend. Wonderful coach, man. So that's what we did, man. We came down there, and like I said, we're playing an away game. We don't care where we're at. We're gonna bring it. We're gonna play Louisville basketball away, home, near, far, there, anywhere. Hey, we gonna go on a tear. So look, I appreciate all the fan support, everybody for tapping into that video, throwing your likes and your sharing everything, man, because it was a special time for me, and hopefully it was as special for you.
Yeah, Peyton hit. We talked literally at the last game. We're like, man, Peyton hit so many of those difficult shots. When you guys were going into double overtime, it was you and Peyton in that pick and roll, and they could not stay in front of Peyton at all.
Man, that's what you do when you got a guard that can dribble, has speed. All you have to do is your job. Set a great screen, and you look up, you win the game. You have your numbers. I had a double-double. Peyton had a great game. Everybody has it just works well for everybody. So I'm just putting him trying to, you want to put him in a position where he can be successful. Peyton can create on his own, though. He doesn't need a screen. He doesn't need any of that, but it just helps. It makes the game easier. You want to choose the path of least difficulty. So yeah.
That UConn team, it had Kemba, Jeremy Lamb, Oriaki, Shabazz Napier was a freshman on that team.
Napier.
And then Charles Oquando was his name.
Okay. Jeremy Lamb, man. Shout out. He played for the Thunder. Hey, yeah. He was really good. I liked his game. I'm not gonna lie. He's really athletic wing, can shoot good, ball handle. I liked watching. I like watching a lot of those guys. A lot of guys that we played against. I did like to watch them play because I knew how talented they were and they were fun to watch, But when it's our time, we mean business. We coming in there, we trying to take your head off. I don't care how much I like you, what friendship we had. We'll be cool after the game. It's business time. But a lot of talent on that team for sure.
Gorgie Zhang was out this game, so I mean, it was really you, Van Treese, and George Good were the ones holding it down at that big spot. So you had 39 minutes in double overtime. Van Treese played 16, and George played 10. So it was all hands on deck, and 39 minutes from a big, 16 and 10, 4 blocks. Not bad.
Yeah, that ain't bad. Our guards, I think Mike Mara had it going pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah. 15. That was Kirk. Kirk had 15. Mara had
Oh, it's
6
Curry.
points, 6 points, 2 threes in 28 minutes. So Mike he had a
Okay,
pretty good
okay, it was
impact.
Curry. Okay, Mike and Curry. Okay, because our shooters were hitting. Everybody was clicking on all cylinders. So I think it was pretty, spread out. And that was the thing with us. It wasn't one guy you have to worry about. You got to worry about Peyton. You got to worry about Kyle. You have to worry about anybody we're throwing out there. You got to worry about me. You got to worry about our bench guys. Our walk-ons. And then you got Coach P. Hall of Fame coach. So he's putting us in the best position to be successful. So it's a lot of stuff you got to deal with. And shoot, we came out ready to play. Everybody, you got Chris Smith was out there too. He 5 rebounds, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. I mean, everybody was getting active. Whether it be rebounding, defensively getting a steal. It didn't matter how much you played, just long as the time that you were playing, you were getting busy.
Peyton had 19 points, 7 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks, and 42 minutes. You had a double-double in 39 minutes. PK, Preston Knowles, had 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 42 minutes. And then Kurrick played 34 off the bench. I know Kurrick was some guy Patino did not like to have off the floor. I feel like that guy was always playing.
Man, I mean, Kyle's just a sniper, man, and he's athletic too. He can dribble, so his shot is just never off. And if he's going to knock him down, so he was always ready. A lot of our guys, I noticed, they were always ready to shoot and knock their shots down early in the game. I'm talking about first possession. If I see that first one go in, I'm like, oh yeah, we gonna win this game. we gonna win today because we coming out the first possession. We hit a quarter 3. Oh, it's good. Yeah, we straight. We straight.
Yeah, and this was the UConn team. They ended up winning the national championship this year. You guys ended up beating them twice.
Man, shout out the guys. It was a great season. Wish we could have, got a little further on the tournament, but at least we beat the national champions. So
Yeah, that was, I mean, I think they won 4 straight nights in that Big East tournament. Kimball made that big guy on Pitt dance a little bit. And it
Yeah.
seemed like after he did that, it's like, this is a team of destiny right here. And it
Yeah.
ended up being it.
Yeah, and he went on to have a great NBA career after that. After that move, hey, he went on to be a legend out there. And for Charlotte, is the Bobcats, I believe, or Hornets.
Yeah, Bobcats and Hornets. Both.
Bobcats.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think he played
Hornets.
for both.
Yeah, but he was a star on that team. So shout out Kimba, man.
All right, you all can catch our last part of This Week in Cardinal History with the legend himself, Alvin Sims. You all can also see at the end of that interview, we found the highlights from that Sports Center of that night of January 30th, 1997 matchup where the number 8 Cincinnati Bearcats came to the Yum Center to face number 9 Louisville. DeJuan Wheat had 18 points. Alvin Sims himself had 15 and 12. We talk a little bit about that matchup, grab his thoughts on this season. But thank you to Unrivaled, Best Way, Wing Station, and Derek A. Stewart Realtor. He's got the shirt on there. Go claim that free $26 wash from Unrivaled. Get all that snow off your car. Head into Best Way. Get $100 off your new item. And then after you buy that nice house from Derek A. Stewart, go celebrate with that Spill in the Meal deal down at Wing Station. You will not regret it. Terrence, you got anything before we talk to Alvin?
Yes, sir, man. Hey, make sure you follow Spilling the Veal on all social media platforms. Thank you for the continued support. Shout out all of our sponsors, Unrivaled, Car Wash, Best Way. We know the Best Way, Wing Station, the best wings in the nation. And then we got Derek A. Stewart. Appreciate everybody that's been supporting us. And, we're going to keep trying to make this show bigger and keep moving forward. So thank you for sure.
We got our first reoccurring guest on Spillin' the Ville. Everybody welcome the legend back, Alvin Sims. Alvin, thank you for joining us.
No problem, man. I love doing it.
It's good to hear from you. What have you been up to lately? How's life been?
It's been coaching, man. Coaching high school girls basketball. My first high school stint. Just trying to get these girls to the next level.
How's that been? How's the whole coaching life been treating you? I know that's
Uh,
a
I mean, it's good. It's good. You know, uh, bonding, making connections, giving out knowledge, especially from playing days at the Ville. So,
that nobody better to learn from. That's for sure.
right.
For sure. Yeah. Thank you for coming on again, Alvin. You know, you were, like I said, you were a highly requested interview from a lot of the fans. They love hearing from you. So have you been able to catch any of the games so far this year? I know we're kind of coming off that tough loss against Duke. And so like what are your thoughts on just how this season's been going on so far?
I mean, sometimes they play like they number one in the nation, and then the next time it's like they've never played together. So yeah, it's been difficult to watch, but I think this is the time right now, February, going into your conference tournament and everything. They just gotta, they had some injuries and people filling in, people doing what they needed to do and filling in roles. So I think maybe a little couple more weeks, things will come together.
Is there anybody that you've been able to watch so far that you really enjoy watching, or anybody that's really stuck out to you?
Um, I don't know, is he the Egyptian guy? What's his name?
Ali.
Yeah,
Ali.
I like his game because he has a high IQ.
Mm.
And he makes a lot of good play, a lot of good decisions and stuff like that, and he uses his athletic ability as much as possible. So
Yeah.
yes, I like watching him play because of his IQ. Definitely Brown phenomenon. He brings it every game when he's out there. Hey, and the guy who filled in for him when he was hurt,
Conwell. He was
Conwell. Yeah,
more of the point
yeah,
guard.
he's
Yeah.
solid. Yeah, I like he's physical. He's solid. So yeah,
Yeah.
those are the players that like really caught my eye.
For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Go ahead.
Yeah. So around this time, can you what would you say to the guys that are kind of facing these times, coming off a loss, and how would you what would you kind of say to the fellas in the locker room, just how to kind of rally them back together and get them back on the right track?
First of all, they gotta look in the mirror. You look in the mirror, see what you need to bring to the table, and be a part of the team, not just individual. You got to be a teammate. Because I remember when we played, we had several situations where we had like 6 players and like two or three walk-ons, and everybody had to step up. We had to know our role, what we brought to the table, what we did best to get, and we still, we was able to win.
Speaking on the time that you played, we'd like to bring you on for our segment This Week in Cardinal History. You guys on January 30th, 1997, Cincinnati came in.
Yeah.
It was number 9. You guys were number 9. They were number 8. You had what 15 points, 12 rebounds. Is that good? Is that good?
Man, that game, I love playing against Cincinnati because they were brutal, man. They were tough. They set screens that knocked them out of you and stuff. So it was a challenge to play them every game. We had to be ready.
Bob Huggins
Danny,
ball right there.
yeah. So Danny Forson was a force inside, and he was like fouling everybody out. So I ended up guarding him at the end of the game, and he was just throwing me around. I'm taking charges, running around him, trying to steal, the passes coming into him and stuff, frustrating him. So
It says
it was
they
fun game.
committed a season high 34 fouls. Jeez.
Oh, man, whoa.
And Eric Johnson, you guys went on a 20-5 run, and Eric Johnson had 10 of his own points right there. He was from the Cincinnati area, wasn't he?
Yep. Mm-hmm. He went to school with Damon Flint.
Oh, okay. So
Mm-hmm.
that was probably a little bit of more personal game, and he loved that. That was a big run for him. But
Oh,
I
yeah.
must say, all those fouls too. BJ Flynn probably had about 6 or 7 charges throughout that game, if there was that many.
Yeah.
Final score 81-70, and Dwan Wheat also had 18 points. Just what we talked a little bit about him being that backcourt partner. I know he's also a coach now at Simmons. Is that really a surprise to you? Did you kind of see coaching being in his future as well?
Oh no, no. Yeah, I know. We was always a floor general, and so he was out there directing, our team when Denny was on the sideline. So he was just that extra extended hand from Denny. And then I was the other part of Voltron. So we
Yes,
just went
sir.
out there. We knew each other, from the front of our hand to the back of our hand. So
This was the Ruben Patterson Cincinnati too. This was a pretty deep Cincinnati team, wasn't it?
Yeah.
yeah, they had they had Kenya Martin too.
Oh, freshman Kenya Martin.
Yeah.
Ruben Patterson, that's the guy. Is he the one that deemed himself the Kobe stopper?
Yeah.
Is that him? Did he deem
Yeah.
himself the Kobe stopper?
Yeah.
Hey, man, shout out
But he
Ruben
couldn't
Patterson,
stop us
man.
though. But he's a Kobe stop.
Man, I was like, hold on.
Obviously not.
You put that, I put that to bed. Put that straight to
Yeah.
bed. But for sure.
Awesome, man. Well, we appreciate you joining us. We don't want to take too much of your time. We'll let you get back on that floor and get those girls coached up. So anytime you'd like to join us again, that floor is yours.
Hey, can I give my girls a shout out real quick? My
Of
team.
course.
Yeah, for sure.
Hold on one second.
Yeah. Well, what's the name? What's their you said the name again?
With Davenport North, Lady Wildcat.
Okay.
Hey, y'all say what's
Okay.
up?
What's up? Hey,
Yes.
ladies. Hi.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
You're coached by a legend.
Legend for sure. Yeah,
Thank you.
all right.
Have a good
All
one.
right, thanks.
All right,
Alvin.
man.
Appreciate
Yep.
you, man. Thank you.
Louisville and Cincinnati. Here's Damian Dantzler with a pretty feed to Alex Sanders for the slam. Louisville looking good early, but the Bearcats hang tough. Charles Williams. No-look dish to Ruben Patterson, who throws it down. Patterson had 11 in the first half. Bearcats down by 4 at the break. Look out! Dwan Wheat picking Darnell Burton's pocket, and Wheat has some hops. Bob Huggins not happy with his team's performance, and this is not going to make him smile anymore. Get the ball to Fortson. Get the ball to Fortson right now. Too late. Sims is in there. Fortson finished with 16 points, but mostly on free throws. And look out! I told you to look out. Damon Flint, he gets it stripped from behind again by Wheat, who had 18 points, and Bob Huggins says, no. 81-70, the Ville